If someone's young in his 20s, mid 20s, right? If everything is being fed to them on a platter, right? Is it killing their thinking ability and more importantly, the critical thinking? Because I sense that, as you said in the beginning, if there is a bias, are we just are we forming an opinion, and this generation especially, John, where maybe they're not questioning enough, right? To say that, okay, there is another element to, if I look at a conflict or a war or any other aspect of what's being fed today. So just curious to know, what's your take on that?
I think that's a great question, and I think the answer is it can. It depends, I think, on the individuals, the teachers, the counselors who are assuring that there is some of that old school methodology, if you will, of, okay, you can't use ChatGPT on this. You have to go find it out. And you have to understand the theoretical constructs of it. Uh, and I want you to do that. There'll be a great resistance to that because it's so easy to just
Yeah.
jump on to the ChatGPT and get it to solve the problem. But I think we have to find ways to make sure that they understand that behind all of this, there is this data pool that we've used for years in order to create the knowledge we needed to go forward. So I absolutely agree it can be. The other one that worries me
Yeah.
is the nefarious use of AI on the web, and that
Could you
is
say more,
that is
like, just as a way, because I think our Gen Z cohort needs to hear sort of the pro and the con, right?
right. Well, and the pro is, like, for your son, for example. It would be interesting, I don't know if he wants to do something like this, but it would be interesting that, let's say he's putting in his, proposal to join the school, for example. Let's use that. Would it be interesting for him to say, "Oh, by the way, I use ChatGPT to do this, this, and this. Thoughts are the original thoughts are mine. What I've done is I've used ChatGPT to help me with the syntax, to help me with the spelling, and different things like that, and to be forthcoming." And that's something that's really on the minds of a lot of people. It's okay to use ChatGPT. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Just tell people what you're doing with it. Just be forthcoming, and I think that helps build a level of trust. Here's the interesting thing about ChatGPT. You can have all the ChatGPT, and not just ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Let
sure.
me take that back. Of AI systems, I wanna just talk in general, not I don't wanna I'm not looking to single out ChatGPT
Sure.
by any stretch, but AI systems in general, okay. You can be, you need to be forthcoming. But the most important thing is, and there's a general agreement that if you're working with a system and for some reason you lose trust in that system, or the company loses trust of the people that use it, it's gonna be real hard to get it back. And people will just say, "Hey, you can't trust the system. You can't trust the people behind it." And as quickly as it has arisen, it will die. That's my take on it. So, one of the things I feel is many of these AI developers our understanding is we can't lose trust with the public. If somebody finds something in here that is not right, and we know, social media, it'll be out there in a few seconds, then I think that's a way to, if you will, throttle, if you will, throttle how the distribution and acceptance of AI is. So that's just a thought.